Hey guys, it's Christian. Welcome back to my channel. So at this very moment, I am avoiding my homework. This is a what not to do when you come to college. Number one is do what I'm doing, and that is procrastinate. Well, I'm not really procrastinating. I'm actually working on something that's not due until Sunday, and today is Tuesday. Yeah, still don't procrastinate, because in college, everything builds up. Professors don't care that they're not your only teacher. They're still going to assign you all this stuff and give you all these tests. Waiting until the last minute, especially on a weekend, it's not gonna work. Another thing that you shouldn't do, I'm learning this lesson right now, don't stay up at all hours of the night. I'm a little 5-year-old. I get sleepy at 8 o'clock and I'm usually in bed by like 10:30, 11 o'clock, and that's pretty early for college kids. I remember last night, I was up till like 2 in the morning. I just could not function the next day, and it kind of carries over throughout the rest of your week. If you're tired one day, then you're gonna keep being tired, because like I was saying, you're just gonna have all this work that you have to do. Sleep kind of comes second. No matter how much work and things you have to do, you need to rest, because sleep isn't just a part of like a daily routine, it's a part of your health. And if you're not getting enough sleep, that can mess with your immune system. Being tired all the time is not good for a full-time college student. Yeah, just sleep. Please, 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 child. Don't show up to class in your bonnet. Do not come to college expecting a relationship with a romantic partner, like a boyfriend or a girlfriend. Friends, yes, you definitely want to make some friends in college. Take me, for example. When I came to Spelman, I was not trying to get the whole Spell House love experience like right away. I knew that it was a possibility, and if it happened, it happened, but I wasn't pressed to have a boyfriend as soon as I got to school. But what I'm trying to say is let them come to you, because most of these things, they come naturally, they come unexpectedly. I just feel like that's a whole lot better than putting all your marbles and energy into people who really, freshman year, NSO week, they really just trying to. Don't come to college expecting somebody to fall in love with you or for you to fall in love with somebody else. Fall in love with yourself, with your GPA. Put your energy into things that matter first, that are going towards your degree first. If a person comes along that you really vibe and connect with, that's great. But just like, don't go looking for it. Please don't come to college closed-minded. Do not expect the same thing that you experience in your hometown, because you will be surrounded by people from completely different backgrounds from yours in terms of where they grew up, how they grew up, how much money their family had or didn't have, their identity in terms of their sexuality and their race and their ethnicity. You really just don't want to be that person who comes off as ignorant. You'll be a part of many different conversations, and just the way you present yourself is very important. It's just not a good look to be that person who has everything to say about something that they've never experienced. And there might come a time where you unlearn some of the things that you learned back home. That's a part of your growth as a person, and I feel like that is a huge element of college. Definitely go to events, have fun, go to parties, whatever, but don't go excessively to the point where it affects your GPA, your sleep. If you're somebody who watches a bunch of college videos, then you know in every one they talk about how there's a college party pretty much every weekend. You have plenty of opportunities to go to a party. If you're a person who stays on top of their stuff, go do whatever you want. But if you know that you need an extra push to do your work, or if you're behind on things, I don't recommend going out every weekend, because it's not necessary. It seems like it's exhausting. It's not free either. So you just want to be smart in all aspects. College requires a certain measure of maturity. I know that freshman year, everybody's not gonna mature right away, but don't come to college like babyish immature, like staying in drama. You would really think that drama that happened in high school would just like end in college, but it doesn't. Just don't be that person who's messy or just evil. In the AUC's case, the AUC is really small. You just don't want to build the reputation for yourself for being a messy, drama-filled person. And I could also say in response to that, don't be the person who always feels like they need to respond to those type of people. You have enough going on, so you really just don't want to have to worry about whether you're about to fight this person or do this and do that. It's not worth it. So don't be a messy person, and don't be a person who puts too much energy into a messy person, if that makes sense. There's plenty more I could say, but I need to do my homework before my next class. But the last thing I will say is don't be a person who is impossible to live with. And that's just if you're gonna have a roommate. Because if you're like me, you're used to having your own space. I don't know if y'all can tell, my room is not humongous at all. On the other side of this little imaginary line is my roommate's side. You really do just have to learn how to live with other people. So most of the time when you get to college, you'll have a roommate agreement, and that's when y'all set the rules of your living space. In college, you have a lot of freedom to do whatever you want, but it doesn't mean that you have to do everything. Doesn't mean that you should do everything. I hope this helps. Thank you so much for watching my video today. Bye.